This is a Saturday morning TV log from Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. Welcome to another Saturday morning TV log, and this time around it's What's New, Mr. Magoo, brought to us by the Pay Freeling and UPA Productions. Greetings, my fellow YouTubers. I'm Doyle, the Big D to you. This is Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So this week's Saturday Morning TV log is on another rare gem of an animated series. It's What's New, Mr. Magoo, originally premiering on CBS on September 10th, 1977. The series produced by the folks at the Pay Freeling along with UPA Productions, United Productions of America, who of course was the studio that originally produced every single Mr. Magoo cartoon. But this is their first to be produced with another animation studio. Anyway, this marked Magoo's comeback after being gone after a long absence because his last series came out in the mid 60s in The Famous Adventures of Mr. Magoo. Anyway, now then, yes, because The Famous Adventures of Mr. Magoo, yes. This marked Magoo's return after a 12-year absence. And this was the second and only other series produced by the Pay Freeling to air on CBS since 1973's Bailey's Comets. Now, in this series, the man of myopic mayhem, Quincy Magoo, is at it again. Yep. And this time around, he's not just alone. He's got his nephew Waldo, and of course, a new character, a nearsighted dog named McBarker, who actually tags along with him on his crazy, zany misadventures and what have you. If you've seen the classic theatrical Magoo tunes that Columbia produced for UPA long ago, or if you've maybe seen the Mr. Magoo show from 1960 that UPA produced, then I think you'll know that Magoo is completely nearsighted and can't even read what his son says, because once you see him at a place, he thinks he's read them, reading where he's going, but it's somewhere else, or even mistaking a certain object for a person or something like that. But anyway, this series is so funny and what have you. Now, I've seen some of this show, not all of it, but I will say this show is absolutely zany and funny. It has pretty good music and what have you, composed by Dean Elliott, which was exceptionally really good. And it just brings to us all sorts of zany craziness and what have you, just like what you could get from any other Mr. Magoo tune. But once you start watching, Magoo's at it with his little nearsighted jokes and what, well, the jokes because of his blindness and what, nearsightedness, well, then you know what that means. You're in for some real hysterical hijinks, especially even with McBarker tagging along. Anyway, the show ran for only one season, having an overall total of 16 episodes produced and aired. Each episode, but however, each episode had two cartoons in there. So overall, this had an overall total of 32 for an overall total of 32 cartoons. The series ended on Christmas Eve in 77, but I believe it continued in reruns until the end of the season. After that, this show has not been seen again. It might have been syndicated with other Mr. Magoo shorts or what have you. Now, the series did got to be released on physical media recently on DVD, which you can find from Shout Factory in the Mr. Magoo television collection, which you can find along with the Mr. Magoo show and the Famous Adventures of Mr. Magoo. If you're into Mr. Magoo and what have you, this is a show I would highly recommend. You'll get a lot of laughs from it if you liked the great cartoons. Now, of course, Magoo is once again voiced by Jim Backus, who, of course, has voiced him from day one. And I gotta say, he's still really good in YV, especially when he still gives his famous catchphrase, "Oh, Magoo, you've done it again." Yes, really funny character and what have you. Now, Waldo, who looks much more different than in the older tunes, looks now more like your average ordinary teenager and what have you of the present day, since this was from the 70s. And he's voiced by none other than Casey Kasem, who, of course, was still at the time voicing Shaggy on Scooby Doo. Whereas the same year, he returned to voice Robin the Boy Wonder in The Super Friends. While McBarker was voiced by Bob Ogle. If that name's not ringing bells with you, he's actually a writer. I mostly knew him by because he had been a writer for numerous shows and what have you. If I'm not mistaken, yes, he was a voice actor. Now, actually, this would be the second time he actually did a voicing because the previous year he actually voiced Harry Halibut in the Mr. Jaw cartoons on the Pink Panther show the previous year. After this, he later went on to voice Quickie Koala in the Quickie Koala show, as well as Digger the Mole on Shirt Tales. And let me tell you, he does an exceptionally good job at voicing McBarker, and he's absolutely funny too. And his little funny jokes is just as good as his master is. And believe me, you would get a lot of good laughs from it. The series also includes other voices, including Hal Smith, Frank Welker, Dos Butler, and Paul Winchell. Now, like I said, getting the TV series set is the only, well, with the TV series collection, that's the only place I would know of you could find the show and what have you. Yeah. So anyway, that'd be the only place you can find. And it'd be very difficult to find the series. Now I know we did actually have a few. Some of those were actually formerly on YouTube. I think I found one episode, but that's it. There used to be a lot of them. But it seems I've been unable to find them anywhere else, to be honest. So I wish you the best of luck in finding this and what have you. But nevertheless, I think What's New, Mr. Magoo, I feel like this is another underrated to him, what have you. But it's pretty funny, though. If you really like the classic Magoo tunes, then I'd say you'll feel right at home with this series. Give me a second, I'm going to give you a little shot of what you can see. I'm sure you all know what Magoo looks like, but just for fun, this is him and McBarker, his nearsighted dog. Yeah, they're both a real comic team. Well, while McBarker is a good addition, and while we have Waldo as well, it's a shame we don't get to see any other characters from the Mr. Magoo earlier tunes in here, unfortunately. But nevertheless, the film, not film, no, I'm getting sidetracked. The series is absolutely still funny and what have you. I wish you the best of luck in finding this show because, like I said, this is going to be very hard to find. I I have been looking, and you may have to give out some, well, try and get a lot of money, Ray, if you want to get it, because like I said, it's kind of a little pricey for the complete TV series collection from Shout Factory. That'd be your only way to catch it on physical media. It's not streaming anywhere, unfortunately. I can only find one episode, and it is in English though on YouTube. But that's it. I can't find it nowhere else. It used to be on the Internet Archive, but I can't find it anywhere either. But anyway, What's New, Mr. Magoo? It's a pretty funny show, and I think you'll enjoy it if you're a Magoo fan. So, did you ever watch What's New, Mr. Magoo? If so, let me know in the comments section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Continue to help support my channel, make it grow, make the views grow. Tell all your friends about my channel, give them to know me, make they like to be a part of my Big D Nation. And I will talk about the Mr. Magoo show and the famous adventures of Mr. Magoo later on down the road. I just thought I'd do this because even though it's April, I kind of consider it to be a little bit of an April Fool's month since there's an April Fool's Day, but I just call it Fool's Month because sometimes when you see Magoo, it just, well, you get that point, all right? Anyway, join me later tonight when I give to you, if you didn't catch my little vid, you will be seeing my review of Friday, from which I was originally to give to you yesterday. So now I'm back. We're on the day of its anniversary, and later in the day you will get an out of the year reaction of The Accountant 2. Okay. So if you like this, you may want to check out these other Saturday Morning TV logs. In the upper left-hand corner is another What's New series, but this came out years later in 2002. It's What's New, Scooby-Doo. Or if you would like, go to the upper right hand corner and see the Saturday Morning TV log on a series that, well, another series that featured everyone's favorite mystery solving canine, those meddling kids, which came out a year prior to this series in the Scooby Doo show. Or if you would like, if you really want to, check out my review of the Mr. Magoo movie from 1997 with Leslie Nielsen as the titular character. And the bottom right hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe if you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., as well as the Saturday Morning TV log. Then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching, and next week's Saturday Morning TV log is The Pink Panther and Sons. So until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.